Alright, welcome back. Week 4, day 5. Friday. Alright, here we go. Bell work. So we're going to do bell work today and a spelling test and do a little reading. So Fridays are usually our quickest days, right? So we can get this done and over with and you can start enjoying your weekend. Alrighty. Here we go. Good is better than bad. Alright, we need a capital G in the beginning. So capital G, O, O, D. Is needs a lowercase I. Better needs to be B-E-T-T-E-R, not O-R. Than is okay. And bad needs a lowercase b. B-A-D. Good is better than bad. Period. Okay? Put a little slant on your paper, and let's do the cursive. G, O, O, D is better than bad. That was a long sentence. We had to really scrunch it up, didn't we? All right, here we go. If you want to take a couple minutes and review you can pause the video, review your spelling words with somebody, practice them over, and then let's get ready to take the spelling test. Okay, so go ahead and pause if you want. We're going to move on. Here we go. All right. Have that on there, right? That's kind of silly. All right. We'll put this on for a little background while we take the spelling test. Oh, I wish I was there right now. All right, here we go. Number 1. So I have your spelling sheet up there in front of you with your name. All right, number 1 is because. Because. I like you because you are such a nice kid. Because. Number 2 is rubber. Tires are made of rubber. Rubber. Number 3. If I'm going too fast, just pause the video. Number 3 is about. The book we are reading is about Jack Sparrow. About. Number 4 is puddle. Puddle. Oh, be careful you don't fall in that puddle. 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 Number 5 is alive. We kept the fish alive by throwing it back in the water. Alive. Alive. Number 6 is behind. The racer got really tired and fell behind everyone else. Behind. Behind. Number 7 is before. Before you take a test, you should make sure you study. Before. Before. Number 8 is around. kids were goofing around as usual. Around. Number 9 is better. Better. It is better to study for tests than to not study. Better. Number 10 is attract. Attract. Flowers will attract bees with their bright colors. Attract. Number 11 is kettle. Back in the old days, pioneers would cook all their stews and food in an iron kettle over a fire. Kettle. Kettle. Number 12 is hammer. Hammer. You use a hammer to pound in a nail. Hammer. Or to pull them out, right? Hammer. Number 13 is attend. Attend. I will go to the awards ceremony and attend. Attend means to go to. Attend. Number 14 is tickle. Tickle. I like to tickle my dogs when they're laying around. Tickle. And number 15 is people. People will be excited when things return to normal. When we go to restaurants and movie theaters and beaches and amusement parks. People, along with me, will be very excited. And you, right? All right, so that's your spelling words. Check them over and have somebody correct them for you, or you can correct them yourself. Remember, this is just practice. You're not getting grades for any of this. Just practice and to help prepare you for next year. All right, good work. So if you want to correct that now, just pause the video and go and correct it. If you want to wait, go ahead and get out your cursive sheet, and I'm going to read. All right, let's see where this story is going. They were stuck in a pit. They were all starting to fall into a pit, remember? All right, chapter 10. Even though there were no windows and the once lit torches had rotted in their sockets, a ghostly bluish light illuminated the room. Droplets of rain trickled through the areas where the grand marble ceiling had crumbled away, sprinkling the dead king and his subjects. The pirate himself was still dressed in the richest fabrics, all rotted and full of holes. Velvet, silk, and the finest linen were now as worthless as Arabella's ruined skirt. A medallion of solid gold hung on a heavy chain around his neck. An orb of finely polished onyx filled his left eye socket, the stone that gave Stone-Eyed Sam his name. On his bony head was an elaborate pirate hat that managed to escape the perils of time. Its broad leather brim and feathers were all intact, and the captain still looked cocky in it. Stone-Eyed Sam as a pirate king, even to the end. And most important, he had a really great hat. Everyone was right in the middle of something, Arabella said. It's like they all dropped dead at once. With Jack leading, the crew picked its way slowly through the skeletons. It was hard to avoid all the bones. Something crunched under Arabella's foot. Too late, she realized. It was the hand of an outstretched subject on the floor. Loyal to the last, Jack said, leaning down and looking directly into the skull's eye sockets, touching really. Arabella shivered as the group moved on to the throne. Jack let out a strangled scream. Everyone jumped and turned. Fitzwilliam reached for his sword. Look, Jack said in despair, pointing. A rope hung in the shadows, one end leading up to the hole in the roof where the rain was now pouring in. The other end of the rope hung an elaborate knot directly over Stone-Eyed Sam on his throne. And the pirate king himself was missing something very important. His left arm, Fitzwilliam realized. He turned to Arabella. Jack had already torn his banana off in frustration and thrown it to the ground. You said that all the legends recall the sword of Cortez clutched in Sam's left hand. It's been ripped from his shoulder, Jean said, giving a low whistle, probably by whoever left this rope. He bent down to examine the dust on the throne. Whoever did this came very recently and must have avoided the booby-trapped Grand Hall completely. He knew enough to come around the back way, Jack said, stamping his feet in frustration. Jack ran a hand through his now bare and almost soaking wet hair and stomped over to Stone-Eyed Sam. He glared at the skeleton, which seemed to grin at him from underneath his leather tricorn. It really was kind of fabulous hat, thought Jack, just the sort of powerful man should wear. Without a moment's hesitation, Jack swiped the flamboyant plume hat from the ivory skull and brushed it off, then popped it on his own head. Jack, the man is dead, Fitzwilliam said disgustedly. It's the least he owes me, considering all the trouble he went through to get here. Jack said defensively. As soon as he could, he would find a mirror. He was pretty sure he looked dashing in a new hat. I can't believe this, Arabella said sadly, sitting down on the steps of the throne. All she had to look forward to now was her dad's temper, and once again serving pints of ale to the sign of the earth of the faithful bride unto marriage or death. It seemed so lucky finding this island, as if we were already at the end of our quest, Fitzwilliam sighed. He tried to put out a brave face, but couldn't hide his bitter disappointment. I suppose it will be bananas and some horrified wife for me now. Even Jean and Truman weren't unaffected by the sorrow of their new friends. Constance mewed pitifully, and Arabella, in her sadness, instinctively petted the cat behind the ear before realizing that she was doing what she was doing and pulling her hand quickly away. Jack bent over the dead pirate, turning to make sure no one was looking. He slipped his finger into Sam's eye socket and pocketed the pirate's stone eye. Then he noticed a dull and rusty glint under the captain's rotted lace collar. Jack grinned and snapped the key he found there off its leather cord. There's one thing about kings and pirates, my lads, and lassie and cat, beast thing, he said, holding the key up to show the others. They both love treasure, and swore or not, I'll bet Stone-Eyed Sam had quite the haul hidden somewhere in this place. Everyone's, even Constantine's eyes lit up at that. An hour later, they had searched every room in the palace, searching the dungeon and the treasure vaults, but they found nothing more than a few doubloons. They didn't even need the key. The wooden doors to the vaults had rotted away. There were some pretty lamps and old furniture and bolts and rotten silk in Captain Stone-Eyed Sam's bedroom, but nothing shiny, precious, and easy to carry. Someone has come already and cleaned this place out, Fitzwilliam observed. No, there's no footprints, Arabella pointed out, like there were around the throne room. Jack frowned, thinking, maybe this Sam was allergic to treasure, Jean said, scratching Constantine's under the chin. Jack's eyes lit up. He was a pirate long before he was a king, he said. So, Arabella asked, gathering around him. The others followed. So, old habits are hard to break, Belle, he said, his voice echoing in the royal bedroom. Give me a hand with this, he ordered, pointing at the